Okay, let's unpack this. There's been a lot of chatter, loads of speculation, really, around OpenAI's next big thing, GPT-5. Today, we're doing a deep dive using your sources to try and, cut through some of that noise. We want to figure out what we actually know
Yeah.
about this AI model, and maybe most importantly, what's it going to mean for you?
Well, the first thing, maybe the most concrete piece, is the timeline. It's interesting. Sam Altman actually confirmed this on OpenAI's own podcast, just a few weeks back, June 19th. He said GPT-5 is expected this summer.
This summer. That's soon.
It is. But, and this is a big but, there's a major if. Its release totally depends on it passing some really tough internal benchmarks and safety tests, crucially.
Right. Safety first. Makes sense. So, okay, let's say it passes those hurdles. What are they actually building? What capabilities are they focusing on this time?
They're really aiming high. The big goals seem to be deeper reasoning so it can handle more complex multi-step thinking.
Okay, like logic puzzles or planning, maybe.
Exactly. And also stronger memory. The idea is for truly personalized interactions,
Hmm.
where it actually remembers your style, your preferences, past conversation.
That would be a huge difference.
It really would. And thankfully, they're also aiming for a big reduction in those, those hallucinations, those times it just makes stuff up.
Ah, yes, the hallucinations. Fewer of those would be very welcome. It sounds like the focus is shifting towards reliability, maybe, not just raw power.
That seems to be a major part of it. Smarter, more reliable. And you mentioned this unified model idea, too.
Yeah, the unified model ecosystem. What does that actually mean for someone using it? Is it simpler?
Hopefully simpler, yes. The vision is one core GPT-5 that just adapts. No more trying to figure out which version to use. It should handle different tasks dynamically. And this ties into what they're calling emerging agentic abilities.
Agentic, meaning it can do things on its own.
Sort of, yeah. Like planning multi-step tasks, executing them using tools more deeply. Think like a research assistant that can actually go and do the digging autonomously. And here's something really exciting. It's aiming to be truly multimodal from the ground up.
Meaning text, images, audio, all handled by the same core model.
Exactly. Seamless integration, not like previous versions where vision or audio felt a bit like add-ons. This should be built in.
Wow, okay. That sounds incredibly powerful. But does that just come down to size? We hear these wild numbers, 10 trillion parameters, 17 trillion, even quadrillions. GPT-4 was, what, around 1.5 trillion? So if GPT-5 is, say, 10 trillion, is it just 10 times smarter? How does that work? Let's talk parameters.
Yeah, that's the parameter puzzle, right? And the answer is not really. It's not that simple. Intelligence doesn't just scale linearly with the parameter count.
Okay.
Research actually shows the performance gains are often logarithmic. So yes, a bigger model, especially one like a well-designed 10 trillion parameter model, will be better, maybe significantly better. But the real boost comes from the whole package. The parameters working with the architecture, the quality of the training, the data it learns from, not just the sheer number. Think about GPT-4. It used techniques like mixture of experts pretty effectively.
Right, using specialized parts for different tasks.
Exactly. It's efficient, gets great results without lighting up the whole massive network for every single query. So size isn't the only story.
Yeah, got it. So bringing this back, what does this potentially mean for you listening right now? This isn't just another software update, is it?
No, it feels like more than that. A potential game changer.
You could imagine, say, truly personalized tutoring, right? Something that adapts because of that stronger memory. Or faster medical diagnostics, maybe. Using that deeper reasoning and the multimodal ability to look at scans and patient notes together.
Precisely. And think about autonomous coding agents or marketing becoming hyper-personalized based on that deeper understanding and memory. It's all powered by this more integrated intelligence.
But what about jobs? There's always that concern.
Well, the sources suggest it's more complex than just displacement. Some, maybe entry-level white-collar tasks, might change significantly. But new roles are definitely emerging, too. Things like AI supervisors, prompt engineers, people focused on AI ethics. It looks more like a shift, a transformation.
So a collaboration, not replacement, like the old bicycles for the mind idea.
That seems to be the optimistic view.
Yeah.
Enhancing what we can do. But, there's a flip side. We need to watch out for de-skilling, getting too reliant on it, and maybe losing some of our own critical thinking skills.
That's a really important point. And this immense power, it doesn't come for free, does it? There are costs.
Huge costs, particularly environmental ones. The compute power needed is massive. Training GPT-5 could use thousands of megawatt hours of electricity, and just running the daily queries, the data centers could end up needing as much power and, importantly, water for cooling as a medium-sized city. That's a serious consideration.
Wow. And looking even further ahead, what's next after GPT-5?
Sam Altman's looking towards novel insights by 2026, pushing towards models with AGI-level critical thinking. GPT-6 might not be that far off, maybe 2026 or 2027, and there's talk of it having recursive self-improvement.
Meaning it could improve itself.
That's the idea. Analyze its own workings and make itself better. A big step if it happens.
So GPT-5 is undeniably a massive leap. It promises to boost our capabilities in ways we're probably just starting to grasp.
Absolutely. But I think as we get closer to this kind of truly advanced AI, the real challenge isn't just about the technology, about what these models can do. It's about us. How do we make sure this incredibly powerful technology is developed and used responsibly, ethically, sustainably, and ultimately in a way that genuinely benefits everyone? That's the core question we all need to grapple with.